Oh, my.
Ag.
Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the IREC Silverstone endurance race. My name's Joshua. I've got Genghis Khan and someone else with me. This is going to go so well. Qualifying, what's happening? I couldn't tell you guys. But at the moment, Kanye is top of the timing sheets. Expecting a decent result from him this weekend. I'm not. I couldn't. He's all right in Formula, but in endurance tank chassis, I can. We don't know where he's going to be. Currently, Alvin now top of the timing sheets, but that is on an outlap. Quite a quick outlap. Actually, no, it's a terrible. It's a decent outlap, to say the least.
Yeah, still got no idea who's leading the pack. I think
Oh, someone spun out.
As Thish has just
Thish
gone
is-
wide. Thish, last week's winner. There's loads of people spinning out. As we've got quite a bit of lag now, vision lag coming from all these people in the game. How many people have we actually got in the game? I'll tell you that now. We have got a grand total of 29 people in the server, so that is probably about 25 people racing. It's going to be quite an exciting one. After last weekend's race, we had a big crash with the LMDH cars. And you know what? The LMDH cars, they might have a decent race for the lead again with, I don't know if Epic Lex has shown up.
I don't think he has.
He could show up later as
Just coming back to Kanye, the first few fast times have been set, and he's in P2 right now, so he's not doing badly.
yeah, Jen Lofi, contender for last weekend's race win. Struggled in that midfield with the LMDH cars, couldn't get himself back up to the top. Which I think they're looking to try and win this weekend again. No, not again, but try and win a race finally this weekend here at Silverstone. Whose home race is it? I couldn't tell you. Hopefully we might find out whose home race we've actually got.
Many people's, I'd imagine. I think there's quite a few.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one example is in Dorado.
I know
In the
Kanye's
front.
British, and then Cloud and James are both British as well, and there's a few more here and there. So yeah, quite a few people sharing home race here.
Anyway, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to who we are, my name is Joshua. I am your commentator here. Welcome to the Formula Ultimate channel. We stream IREC and Formula Ultimate races. And please consider hitting the subscribe button, as qualifying is just getting hot now, as Indo goes quickest. Indo pole sitter last weekend, I believe.
Wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Indo
Yeah, it was right now. It was
pole
enough.
sitter last weekend. Quite quick in qualifying, quite quick in the race. Got taken out in the sprint race, which hindered Indo's starting position for the main race, and then just couldn't get themselves back up to the lead to fight against Epic Lexter and Thij. I think Indo's now on his villain arc. He's going to look to try and make a staple, make a claim in his title bid this weekend here in Silverstone.
Only by a tenth, like less than a tenth of a second as well, so it's looking competitive. Still, I imagine other people would improve. Still got the best of the times.
Yeah.
Probably.
Looking
Yeah.
at Cloud, decent race last weekend in the GT category. Had an amazing race with James Rigby. GT's looking a lot more full this weekend, so I think we might see a bit more of an exciting race from the GT, because last weekend the race was horrible. Well, I say horrible. The race wasn't interesting. There was about 5 cars, and they all spread out within 5 seconds of each other, 5-second intervals. within lap 2, and it wasn't the best watch.
Yeah, I mean, Cloud, I believe, leading GT right now. Still get to see a competitive time from James, though you imagine that'll come eventually.
Yeah. With James, he's one of those drivers where once he gets into the zone, he's into the zone. Last weekend, didn't see much from him in the sprint race. Then he got to the car, he understood how to drive the car, and towards the end, he was actually there was quite a fight in the GT, which I was surprised about. But then James just pulled away, I believe. I don't remember too much. As we've got...
Yeah, T is T is last race winner right now, not doing very good in qualifying. He's like he's 7th right now. The last race winner.
Yep, there's
Not doing
James.
well.
Can't beat Cloud. Can't beat Ibuprofen. That's it for his qualifying. Can Thish possibly set a decent lap? Currently...
Yeah, coming through practice in Beckett's now, so...
Currently
bit of way
6th.
to go.
He's just under a half a second, I'd say, off pole. I'm not going to do the maths because I can't be bothered. Actually, yeah, 7/10 off pole. This is looking like a decent lap. Getting all the apexes correct. Running into Vale now. Coming into... Lovely way to take Vale there. Try not to run wide on Club. And then you flick the car into the final corner. Club. And across the line. Is it going to be enough for pole position? No. He goes 3rd.
P3. Decent still. Indo improved at some point, cause I think by 4/10, because he did not have a 0.6 before. So improvement from Indo at some point to secure pole.
So now we've got quite a bit happening up here. As who have we got still on a lap? There's a big gaggle of cars coming around the final corner. There's no one at the moment that makes any difference.
Josh, where's the stream?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, can you
Is
like,
it
link
private?
it?
Hang on.
Just link it, like ping everyone.
Yeah,
So-
it's private. Hang on, public.
I just go. Like, what the fuck? Just go search.
Check the my channel. Now it's public.
Do I search Formula Ultimate?
It's in. You can search Formula Ultimate TV. It's in management now.
Okay.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a minute for the race. They're all about to line up on the grid. We'll be back in a minute, guys. Thank you very much. If I can find the Ladies and gentlemen, I am here on the grid walk for the Formula. Oops. For the IREC Silverstone endurance race. We've got Indo on pole once again with Jen Lofi fellow. It's a top three that looks very, very similar to last weekend with just Maxi and Exotic just behind them. We need someone to slot in here. Unified one and Petrono 172. I believe this is his debut with Kanye Mellon's debut as well. Ibuprofen, I believe it's his debut as well. Neon City, decent race last weekend. I say decent race, I believe he finished like second last in the LMDH category, and he is qualified last for the LMDH category as well. Cloud, winner last weekend with James Rigby behind him, his championship rival in GT. I'm expecting a decent race from these two. I'm expecting them to fight and battle each other. You've got the Dev and I don't know who's in any of these spots. They are fighting at the moment. The Dev had a decent race, joined a bit late, but it all sort of evened itself out as I just get a kiss there. Troj, a race to forget last weekend. I believe he finished dead last in the category of GT. And then some new racers we've got. So Sleggers with his debut, Joey Gaming with his debut, 8 Yatu with his debut as well, Warlock, Bianji and Ellie with their debut. I believe with these rookies on the grid, with these debutants, I think we could see a crash or two happening from definitely, possibly turn 3. I'm expecting a big crash there. What are you guys' thoughts?
Oh, thanks, guys. Insightful.
Nice thoughts, guys. Nah, I think Jenlof is gonna be really he's gonna be really harsh into turn 3. Definitely gonna send it on the inside of Indo, and he's gonna try to pick out the scrap of the fight. The battle for GT is gonna be interesting because I think some hypercars are gonna crash and they're gonna get on the way of the GTs. So it's gonna be quite a mess into turn 3 with all these cars. It's gonna be a traffic jam. So yeah, it's gonna be a race for survival in the 5 slot.
Yeah, I can't really disagree. I think we saw the GT fight last time, and that was insane. So hopefully, same thing again.
Totally real, not staged fight between me and Jam.
Totally not.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for this tradition that I've been asked once again to read the rules of racing. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, may I have your attention please as I read the racing rules of IREC. Rule number 1, you are not allowed to pit under caution. You are not allowed to make contact to overtake. You are allowed to make contact to overtake, but not too much contact. Making someone lose speed with contact will lead to a penalty. The person leading the pack is not allowed to go full speed until the start-finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get 1 hour 50 minutes of Silverstone underway!
Oh my god, your mic is
Great insight.
so much.
What the hell was that?
Great insight.
Don't pit under caution, that's it.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Also,
Yeah,
I need
you
to ask
can-
you lot of a favour. If you get the opportunity, take Cloud out.
No, don't do that. Don't listen to this guy. Alright, go back to team radios.
At the moment, there are more GT cars than LMDH cars. Never thought I'd see that. I don't know if anyone's starting from the pit lane. I doubt they are. No pit lane starters. So it's quite a full grid. It's fuller than what we had last weekend. And that race, I'm hoping for more of a fight in GT. As I said, it was staged. Which, you know what, I'm not too fussed about. It was quite a nice fight. There was a nice dive bomb from James Rigby. And you know what, I'm a bit sad that there's no Epic Lexa. But what I would say personally was the overtake of the race. You can see it on our channel live. Not live anymore, but you can see it on our channel. We was live last weekend, and every race from now on will be streamed to this channel. So once again, if you'd like to like and subscribe, we would greatly appreciate that to pay our bills. Right, as I believe the safety car is about to get underway for the race. If you don't know how endurance racing works with multi-class, the LMDH will lead the way. GT will create a gap, and they are not allowed to overtake until the start-finish line, so where the safety car currently is. They're not allowed to overtake till then. If there is a spin, the GT cars are not obliged to get out of the way, but they are not allowed to hold up the LMDH cars too much as we get underway then for the race. And as the LMDH cars do come to lap the GT cars, which will happen at some point, the GT cars are not obliged to get out of the way as well, which will create some exciting moments mid-race and possibly towards the end of the race.
Is it me or is Indo inside the safety car?
Vision.
Why is he inside the safety car?
Vision's in the safety car.
Vision lag.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, Indo is inside the safety car in my POV
Yeah,
for some
so
reason.
if a driver does have high ping or lags, their collisions are turned off, which personally I think ruins the game's gone. But yeah, you're always going to get lag with 30 people. Well, yeah, 22 people lined up on the grid.
Yeah, to be fair though, if you get taken up by air, I don't think they'd be very happy. So,
Yeah.
you know, the oxygen takes them out. It's not.
Yeah, but you can see the collisions are a bit. The lack of collisions
Oh yeah, I'm literally.
are a bit.
There's cars merging with each other on my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot of Pilaco. This looks like a chassis.
As they spread out, it will get a bit better.
I was gonna say as they spread out, it should be nice.
As you see, the GT cars further back, they're quite close to each other. Let's
Any bets on who you think's gonna win today?
I'm gonna go Fish. He's amazing whilst racing, very consistent. Didn't make too many mistakes last weekend, other than the crash they had in the sprint race, which I'm gonna see if I can pull up the clip right now, just to show you guys what actually happened. But yeah, I would, if I was to bet money on it, I'd say Fish.
Yeah, Fish, I've got to agree with you. I mean, we've seen him time and time again in these endurance races and other categories, and I mean, he always comes out on top. We know his pace, we know what he can do, so it's hard to disagree with you. I mean, in terms of GT, once again, James is quite hard to go against. I mean, you could obviously put a bet in for Cloud. I think I'll go with Cloud for GT. I think it's his day today. His home race, bring it home and get the win for Cloud and GT.
That
So.
is fair enough, as I've just pulled up the clip of the collision we had last weekend in Misano. So you can see Indo goes down the inside of Fish, and then all of a sudden the door closes and the racing instant. Again, it was a racing instant. Realistically, no one was at fault for it. There was no penalties applied, but I'm expecting something like that to happen again. Maybe in Cops we can see something similar to 2021. Definitely some collisions going into turn 3. It's quite a tight section of the track as the safety car pulls away and Indo controls the pace of the pack, ladies and gentlemen, if he can find the ping to do it. And as you see there's the gap that GT have to create. That's just to stop a GT car from sending it down the inside of a LMDH car, so ruining the LMDH race. It'd be quite annoying if that happened to me personally.
So that happened at Misano.
It happened at Misano, but that was because there was a spin from quite a few of the LMDH cars. On the safety car restart, there was a collision, and some LMDH cars ended up behind the GT cars, and I'm expecting that to happen again this time, as Indo's going to lead the way, then coming out of the club corner. Fish just behind him, and Kanye Mellon. This is going to be quite an exciting race, ladies and gentlemen, as we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're underway for Silverstone in IREC round 3, as they get themselves away nice and cleanly. There's not much happening further back. The GT cars managed to make it through nice and clean, nice and safe. Everyone surprisingly has made it through clean and safe, as into turn 3 goes the GT cars. I'm expecting the rookies to maybe make some contacts, collisions here. They don't. Someone runs wide. Ibuprofen leads from I can't tell you who that is, but Cloud is also there as well. Looking further up front. Who's currently leading the race then? It is Kanye leads the race, which quite surprising actually. I wasn't expecting a debutant to do that. Round the outside goes Thij on ibuprofen. No, Indo, sorry. As there was a jumpstart investigation for Jen Lofi, car number 33. Kanye loses the rear end and he's off. Can he keep it going in a straight line? He does keep it going in a straight line. What a recovery there.
Indo and Lofi crash.
Indo Lofi crash.
Crashing.
Yes. They are off at Megson Beckett's. There's quite a gap there, though, to the GT cars, so they're not going to lose too much time in terms of battling GT cars. As you've got Exotic and Thij fighting now. Exotic, I weren't expecting him to be fighting for the lead. They're both in the same car. I think they're part of the same team. As down the inside goes Exotic. Through goes Exotic into Club Corner.
They are very close here in GT 4 wide into the end of the lap. We saw that right now, and what is that? I just have no idea what that guy is. But they are really close racing here for the GT. Oh, Kanye got a 10-second penalty. Well, I guess that.
10-second penalty for Kanye. Weren't expecting something like that. As who's that who runs wide? Someone runs wide in the GT category. That, you know what? I was expecting more of a crash, but I think because of the high ping, no one's actually got collisions on at the moment. As we're looking at the Dev, he's going to try and look to get past Cloud, his teammate. As number 14 has a penalty, will be investigated later. Down the inside goes the Dev on ibuprofen. Ibuprofen can't do much about it. Collisions are off. The Dev gets ahead and gets past Cloud as well.
That is a brawl right now for the lead of the GTs. Everything's happening right now in GT. Like, it's right now. Ooh, Brian almost won there, but yeah. Basically, just try to survive the first laps, keep a good position, don't make any mistakes, and you got yourself a really good foundation for the rest of the race.
Yep, as Brian runs wide into coming out of Maggots going into Beckett. Wasn't too.
Ooh, there's a GT stop. There's a GT stop on Club, I think. Yeah.
Might call for a safety car due to collisions.
He's safely parked, kinda in a runoff, but.
Yeah, but if someone.
Let's see what the.
If someone does run wide in a fight, that could lead to some collisions there.
Yeah, I think the Stewards will try to get it off when nobody's there. Yeah. Shouldn't be a safety car anyways, I think.
Yeah.
They will get it off eventually.
Has one of you two got OBS by any chance?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, I'm gonna... Hang on, give me a second. Try and find... system. Keep commentating whilst I look for the system. Just, yeah, take over my job for 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure. The battle for P2 right now between Warlock and Cloud. Warlock right now coming into course, Cloud stays behind. Nordic Circle actually, I didn't even notice. Nordic Circle right now is leading the hypercar race. Kanye and Malone trying to overtake him right now. A bit wider. I don't even know what I'm commentating right now. You see the battle for the GTs, because I'm guessing the cameras on the GTs. That's perfect. So Cloud, I think, lost a bit of time here. No, actually he got past another opponent. Let's see if I can find his camera. Here it is. Warlock goes wide into Cloud. The car is still there for some reason. And looks like James managed to get a good lead over everybody else on GT. And the top 3 of Hypercar are really close together. It'll be interesting to see which one of those 3 comes on top right now. They look like the man to beat here. As we see Cloud trying to overtake James. I don't know if he's gonna be able to that. It's gonna be quite hard to catch up to that distance. They both have really good pace. Pretty similar pace probably. But yeah, it's gonna be quite hard for Cloud. I don't think they are two very good drivers. Kind of a league of its own in GT. Not exotic. Still, oh no, he actually lost a lead right now. Have a battle for IREC lead right now, but I don't know if the stream is catching on with it right now.
Right, I am back.
As we see, there we go.
Yep, Exotic Kanye looking to try and Exotic down the inside of Kanye. The lack of collisions is a bit.
It's a bit.
painful.
Yeah, I don't know why. Oh my god, Kanye almost crashing. Managed to save it.
Yep.
But he lost the rears.
Exotic looks to the outside of Kanye. Can he try and get the move done? Can he try and make the move stick to try and catch up to Fizz, championship leader? It's looking like a pretty dominant display from Fizz this season, as Exotic's going to try and put some pressure on his teammate. Kanye Mellon's not making that easy though. Weren't expecting Kanye Mellon to be fighting up the top as a debutant in IREC. I believe he's a debutant as far as I'm aware. Yeah, meanwhile further back there is a fight going on between the rest of the LMDH cars. So
I'm gonna rejoin.
looking at Indo, Neon
Yeah.
City, Unified, all running through here, and Maxi. They're rather close as well. All within, realistically, a second of each other, second or two of each other. They are 4 seconds off the lead though, which means realistically they're not going to be able to win unless there's a safety car, which at the moment, with the lack of collisions, ain't looking like it's going to be happening.
Yeah, they're gonna have to pray for some big crash or somebody leaving the race early, because right now it looks like the pack is pretty spread out between the people. But yeah, why does not my camera work? Wait, give me a second. Why is it not working? There we go, sorry. I'm back. Let me see the lead for the race. Yeah, really close behind the top 3 right now, the meant to beat. Oh, it's so much better now. Oh my god,
Oh.
these almost get spawned out, but by not exotic. They tried to make it 3 wide. Not the best decision, but they made it safely. Yeah, really harsh racing between these 3 right now.
Yep, these two go.
Yeah.
Exotic and Kanye going, I'd say side by side, but it's not quite side by side. It's neck against neck, as Exotic has quite the spike of lag there. James Rigby leads the way for GT, with Cloud only about a second behind him.
Yeah, Cloud managed to overtake. He had a really bad start, I think. He lost a lot of positions. Now he's back up to P2 and he's gonna try to make up the distance to his teammate, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Cloud.
But
Go ahead.
I think so.
Yep, Cloud is one of those drivers who is quick, but knows when to. He's unserious, but knows when to get serious. And last weekend, BMWs, they were quite unserious, as I think now's the time to go into the BMW team radio, as is traditions. Let's listen to what they're saying.
Oh, I've almost spun it on the last corner. What the fuck?
Use the other spectator one, not the.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
right one, yeah. Because that one's
Really?
bad, I think.
And you don't get the premium cameras.
Yeah,
That's true.
unfortunately.
I think what
someone's
singers
gone
yet?
off. One of the hypers went off. Kanye went off.
Oh.
And he's just had a W rejoin and he spun me out again.
Oh,
That's
dear.
great.
Oh,
That's great, bro.
did you
What
clip
a-
it?
As we heard right there, Kanye had a spin and hit, I believe it would have been Indo. Did you catch that?
No, not really.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
What's
As
in?
Kanye down the inside of Chen Lofi. If there was collisions there, he would have spun out Chen Lofi as well. Kanye is on an absolute collision course. The racing standards need to be double checked here from Kanye Mellon. As we know, he is an A chassis racer coming from the likes of Formula Ultimate, Romula, I believe. A chassis doesn't have many collisions, and to be coming into a tank chassis league with collisions is something that you need to start. You need to adapt your driving style to, because these cars, yes, they drive completely differently, but at the same time, you race them just like real cars, where you have to plan your move corners ahead. And that's what set these guys apart from other races. Kanye Mellon ran the outside of Jen Lofi. Again, if there was collisions there would have been a big crash. Kanye Mellon, though, keeps the outside line going. As who's that? Who's that just ahead of him? Is that Maxi?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, some news about GT. Cloud has just overtaken James for the lead of the race.
Yeah, I believe that might have been some team orders there.
Yeah, was like let's look at the car. Wow, there's a big battle here, 5 cars for P3, I think. No, yeah, both P3.
Yep, as looking at the LMDH category now, it's their turn to start fighting hard. Maxi loses out quite a few positions. Last time I saw him, he was ahead of everyone. Now all of a sudden, he's losing out to Indo as Fish leads by 5 seconds. But that is not a worrying point at the moment. Jen Lofi and Maxi collide going into Bricklands. Exotic goes down the inside of Maxi, which keeps him running outside. Sorry, which keeps him the inside line. As what is happening? Jen Lofi now loses out, but having loads of lag spikes there as Maxi gets himself back up onto the podium, trying to fight his way back past Kanye Mellon.
All out brawl here. I have no idea what's going on, I can't lie. This looks like a chassis, so
yeah,
I'm just making...
Yeah, they're not leaving any space for each other, not leaving millimeters of distance between each other, not leaving any tarmac untouched in this little fight here they've got going. Jen Lofi looking to cement his way past Exotic, but Kanye Mellon's in there as well. Jen Lofi loses out down the straight. Around the outside goes Kanye Mellon on Exotic, but Exotic keeps himself ahead. I couldn't tell you what's happening because they're all stuttering about the place.
It's really hard to see anything with this, but looks like there's a battle right now. I think Industry in this pack, not Exotic, really close behind him. I think they're side by side right now, and I think Exotic is gonna get in the place. I don't really know, one. Really hard to see.
Ooh. Indo looks to the inside of Exotic. Exotic squeezes him to the apex. And down the inside goes in Jen Lofi. There was nearly a collision there. It's into Aintree now they go. Exotic keeps itself on the outside line. Runs nearly off the track. Running into Bricklands now. We've seen fights going in here in the past in different formulas, in different racing series. Down the inside goes Indo, which turns into the outside line. You want the inside line going into it, but Indo makes the outside line works. Jen Lofi tries to the outside. Kanye Mellon to the inside into Woodcut.
I think somebody lost time behind. I don't know who that guy is. I think it's not Karen. But yeah, these 4 guys are completely on an outbrawl here. No one's giving an inch of space. They all want this position. They all want to pull away from here and maybe try to challenge Tigis. But it's gonna be really hard. But yeah.
Tigis' lead is not looking like he's going to lose his lead unless of a safety car, which realistically ain't going to happen if there's not many collisions going on. Exotic versus Kanye Mellon. Exotic's down the inside in the slipstream. Kanye keeps himself on the apex, knows that if he stays on the apex, Exotic has no chance of getting past. Jen Lofi might look for a dive bomb into Vale. He goes. No, he's not. Kanye Mellon right on the back of Indo.
What's really here? Oh, they're gonna have some lap traffic soon, 2 GTs right now. Let's see if any trouble is, they're gonna make any trouble for these 4 guys from Hypercar.
Into the race, Kanye down the inside of Indo. Indo uses the traffic though to slow down Kanye Mellon, as Exotic uses the traffic as well. Going into Aintree now.
This is insane racing. Yeah.
Absolute brilliant stuff.
Well, looks like they managed to space out a bit now. Indo managed to try now to get away from these guys and make a comfortable lead for that P2. No Exotic probably catching up to Kanye Mellon to try to overtake him for that P3. But let's see. No Exotic I think has a bit more pace, but I think he hit a slowdown. Yeah.
This is
not
all too close to call at the moment as the LMDH car of Indo pulls away. Exotic and Kanye collide. They collide and it's quite a collision they have there. That Exotic's not going to be too happy about that, and it brings Jen Lofi into the fight. No, who's that? Yeah, Jen Lofi. Exotic getting angry now down the inside on the apex on a power slide. Running into Vale now. Kanye Mellon's not going to be too happy about that. Jen Lofi down the inside of Vale, running into Club now. It's all the traffic is making this so much harder for them to concentrate. They are getting each other all worked up, and as they're doing that, Indo's pulling away now.
Yep, this is exactly what Indo wanted. Let's see now coming to turn 3. Canyon Melon tries to defend the apexes.
It's
but
free
Jan
price!
I think he went on the inside. Oh my god. Nothing. No respect between these three guys. They're trying desperately to get this position. Look at that. He's pulling out of the racetrack. Canyon Melon.
And they've glided! They've taken a GT car out! An Exotic loses his podium, runs onto the gravel, and there's no grip there. Exotic's out of the battle for the podium. The final spot on the podium, and Exotic will be kicking himself for that one.
Yeah, not Exotic will not be happy at all. This traffic is really making it really hard for the hypercars to make any positions, as now he might be under attack from Jan Lofi, I think. No, is he? No, that's... Oh, that's Just Max, sorry. Not Exotic now under attack of Just Max. But yeah, now it's gonna be a battle for P3 between Kanye Melon and Jan Lofi.
Yeah, but you see the GT cars having to dodge and weave through it. On the grass goes Kanye Melon, gets his way past the 2 GT cars, possibly to the outside of Stowe. He's not going to make the move stick. Is he though? He is down the inside. Jen Lofi can't do much about it now. Kanye Melon is the outside into Vale. Jen Lofi possibly outbreaks themselves. Yes, they do. Down the inside goes Kanye Melon into Club. They get so close to touching, taking each other out, and this is what I love about this racing series. They crashed into turn 1. They've taken each other out, ladies and gentlemen. No respect given, as we're going to go to a team radio between BMW.
Yo, who's that?
They're not.
That was horrible, bro. He just came across on me and fucking made me spin him out. It's like, I don't know what he's doing, but it's not.
Look at him also.
Maybe that GT car gets in his way a bit.
Oh,
so
he's
I
in our
didn't-
voice.
As you hear that, not very happy about that, Jen Lofi, as Kanye Melon's going to look to try and get past once again into Cop's Corner, sorry. We've seen loads of accidents happen here in other racing series in real life and on Roblox too. They get so close into the slipstream. Around the outside of Maggots goes Kanye Melon, not going to be able to make the move stick though.
Jan Lofi, Kanye Melon got a start. I think they're side by side, bro. I actually have no idea. This is so hard to say. Oh my god, it's impossible.
Yeah, Kanye around the outside of Jen Lofi. What a move there from Kanye Melon. Has the outside line to the inside now into Vale. Cuts the supply off to the racing line, as he's got, I believe that's James Rigby ahead of him now to make life even harder. They've got to try and get past the leader of GT and possibly one of the best on Roblox.
Here we go. Let's see. They're gonna pull in the inside. Let's see if the Dev tries to.
The Dev's not going to make it too hard for them.
Problems. Yeah, but let's see. Ibuprofen now, whatever it's called.
Ibuprofen in his debut might not make this easy for any of them. Does keep himself on the racing line. The LMDH cars are going to have no problem with that. And just behind, you can see Exotic looking angry. He is actually catching them all. Catching Jen Lofi and Kanye Melon, and I think he's got Kanye Melon on his radar, on his takeout list. Jen Lofi down the inside gets the move done. What a move, as Indo is catching Fizz for the lead. By the end of this race, we could see Indo possibly take the lead of the race.
Insane pace from Indo right now. I didn't expect this at all from him. I have never seen such pace from him, actually. He probably is pretty mad about what happened in Misano, so yeah, let's see now if he has the pace to catch up to this, and of course
Kanye Jen Lofi touch again in the slipstream of each other. They're going to use Warlock as a slipstream. Warlock moves off the racing line, gets out their way, knows there's a massive fight. Jen Lofi to the inside. Kanye Melon can't do anything about it. They run each other off the track as Kanye Melon has to settle once again for P4. They have not stayed in the same position all for the past like 5 laps. They've been tossing and turning as Kanye Melon around the outside into turn 1. It's going to get so close. A high-speed corner. Kanye Melon sticks it to the outside, but in the end, Looks to the... Oh, actually, looks to the outside of turn 3. Cuts off Jen Lofi's supply to the racing line as they collide again.
It's something happened to T. I think T is having problem right now with James and Cloud, and Indo's caught up even more. I think that's just a 3-second gap now between T and Indo.
Oh yes,
because the GTs.
2 GT cars, they are technically teammates in the race because they are the same team. So I think Thiesh has been held up by Cloud and James Rigby, which you can see Indo in the background. Oh no, they're not on the same team. My bad, sorry. But you can see Indo just behind, less than 3 seconds now the gap, and Thiesh is going to start shaking in his boots. He's not had to have a race too much.
Somebody's got a problem. The GT of, I don't know if it's Cloud. He just went wide into Magos and Bekos into the gravel. I think it's Cloud. Wait.
Yes,
yeah, Cloud lost a lot of time. I don't know what happened there. He just went wide into Magos and Bekos. Very weird. But yeah, Indo's gonna catch up now, getting closer and closer.
Indo's past James Rigby now. It's these two once again out ahead of everybody else as the gap has stayed the same, ladies and gentlemen. With the traffic from Indo, he loses the rear end out of turn 1, but the gap has stayed exactly the same from last lap to this lap. And I start to think maybe Indo's got this race win in the bag.
Let's see, I mean, I know TJ a lot, and I know that he's really good at managing gaps. Right now, he hasn't shown that this race. But, let's see, Indo's got a really good pace right now. But I think TJ has something else in the tank right now to try to keep this gap and maintain the lead of the race. Yeah, let's see TJ if he has something else to show Indo that he can keep the lead. What's going on in P3 right now?
Oh, Jen Lofi, Kanye Mellon still fighting as Exotic has caught up to this fight. Kanye Mellon down the inside of Jen Lofi. They've got James Rigby in the way now. They've taken James Rigby pretty much out. They've just, Jen Lofi has said, sorry, I'm pushing you out of the way as Exotic gets past James Rigby now. James Rigby ain't going to be too happy about that because it brings Cloud back into contention for the lead of the GT category. As here comes Exotic round the outside. Kanye Mellon looking for revenge. It's going to turn into the inside for Stowe. Jen Lofi versus Kanye Mellon versus Jen Lofi versus Exotic. Kanye Mellon down the inside. They touch. They're out. Kanye Mellon's been pushed off the track. It got all argy-bargy. Kanye Mellon unsafe rejoin, I'd say there. As what on earth just happened there?
Yeah, now Exotic is fighting for that position now. I think he's in front now. He's got a good gap
Exotic's into P3.
Wow, really no respect between these drivers right now. I think they both are not happy about what has happened. And I think Jen Love is on the inside. No, actually no. He couldn't make it stick there. But yeah. Indo losing a bit of time now to Thiesh. Maybe Thiesh pulling the pace now.
Yeah, Thiesh has probably saved up his tyres. Kanye back now the inside. They touch, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, that's all argy-bargy there from Kanye Mellon. The debuts are not making Jen Lofi's life easy. Jen Lofi looking to try and get another podium this season. But Kanye Mellon has just... these racing standards probably need to be reviewed, because there have been so many collisions happening as Exotic has started to pull away as the sun's starting to set, I believe.
Yeah, now Exotic gonna try to do the same as Indo now, try to pull away, get some gap to the rest of the group. I don't think he wants anything to do with these two drivers that have really shown really dirty racing, let's say. So with no respect for each other and pushing themselves more than one time. So yeah, I think Kanye Mellon lost the rear a bit there. Jen Lofi is again close to him. Gonna try to overtake him again.
Kanye Mellon down. I didn't see what happened now. I didn't see who initiated that move. But it's starting to sort of spread out a little bit between the top four as Indo does close the gap once again. It is now within 2.2 seconds. 2 laps ago it was 2.4. 1 lap ago it was 2.9. So these two, those two up front are starting to create a bit of a battle. Kanye Mellon runs wide. Kanye Mellon loses the gap to Jen Lofi.
Mm, yeah, and that this is allowing Exotic to just pull away now. I think in my camera right now they're pretty fighting. They're fighting right now in my camera. I think. Oh, is I have no idea, bro. Oh, yeah, Lofi goes wide. A bit wide now. I think Kahneman in front. And Lofi is gonna try to pick up the split frame and pass him if he can.
Yep, so they've swapped around once again. I think they're looking for the toe down each straight to try and catch the Exotic. Kanye Melon has caught Exotic, and we've seen what happened last time they were fighting. They took each other out, and Exotic had to fight his way back up into P3, but I think he's going to keep that P3 for quite a while. Jen Lofi in the slipstream of Kanye Melon. It's all about to get quite toasty going into Stowe. Jen Lofi not going to be able to make a move unless he does try a last-minute dive bomb, a Kanye Melon-esque dive bomb, but he doesn't do that. Jen Lofi keeps behind, gonna play the long game as Indo has lost a 10th to Thish this lap. Them two up front, I couldn't tell you what's going to happen by the end of the race, but this is quite the fight they're having up front. This is quite the time-wasting, I'd say, quite the lap time battle they're having up front, I'd say.
Yeah, Indo and Thish right now showing the pace to everybody else right now. They're on a league of their own right now. 10 seconds to of gap to Not Exotic right now, so yeah, insane gap from both. And Not Exotic now, I think, pretty clear of Kanye Melon and Jen Lofi now. Gonna try to just maybe make up some distance to Indo and hope for a safety car to pull him back into this race.
Yes, as once again Indo poor sort of fighting, got lost fighting in the fight for the midfield realistically, and he's had to pull himself back up into the front. Meanwhile, this is the closest battle I think we've got on track at the moment. I'm gonna have a look at Troge, as I think he's quite close to.
I'm back. I had to go eat.
Yeah, it's all right. Do you want to jump in the pit lane and just tell me whoever comes in the pit lane? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
Cool.
whitelisted.
Oh, you can't join the game.
No.
Message Vision and he'll unslot the server.
Okay.
So Thish and Indo. Indo's closed the gap now to within 2.1 seconds. As I think I can see a pattern going on here. Indo closes the gap. Thish pulls the gap, and then Indo says, "That's not right." He closes the gap again, and it seems to just be a bit of a rubber banding effect we've got here. As Indo from his onboard can see Thish up front.
On the pit lane.
Jen Lofi in the pit lane.
Yep. First one to stop off the uppercuts, I think. So very interesting now. Gonna try for the undercut.
Undercut. There's still quite a bit of time to go in the race as he comes out behind Patrono, who is second last in the LMDH category. Second last in the LMDH category, as he just about comes out ahead of his two GT counterparts in the two BMWs. He's going to get traffic from the LMDH cars. As technically, he doesn't have to. Patrono doesn't have to let him go, but Patrono loses the rear end anyway, and pretty much opens the door for Jen Lofi. And this is where the race starts getting exciting for the fight for P2. Keep an eye on Kanye. Keep an eye on Exotic. They could pit any minute now.
Let's see now the gap between Indo and Thish. Let's see if it has reduced again or did it increase. Thish crosses the line. Indo lost 1/10 again.
Lost a 10th, but he's gonna
So
he's gonna gain 2/10 this lap, I reckon. This is how it's been going all fucking. Sorry for my language there. This is how it's been going all race.
Yeah, pretty similar pace between both right now. Pulling great lap times. Not Exotic catching up a bit actually. Still a long way to go if he wants to catch, but showing really good pace. Pretty similar to the leaders.
If you check the Q leaderboard by pressing Q, you could see that Indo and Thish, their fastest laps, are less a 0.01 tenth of each other. They are 1/100th. Their separation in terms of lap time is 1/100th, which is why they are managing to keep the gap so consistent over each lap. Both of them have not made any mistakes over the past 10 laps, and this is what sets these guys apart from the rest of the field. This is why those guys are leading by 10 seconds. And one of the GTs run off. I couldn't tell you who that is. That might be Who Ate My Cracker who ran wide.
With GT, yeah, James and Cloud with each other again. James catching Clouds down the Wellington straight, and very much looking like them two could have a large battle again. So gonna wait for that, see if James can close up later on, and yeah.
As teammates, they're not going to let's try and take each other out. They won't take each other out. They're gonna fight hard, but they're gonna make it quite. They're gonna make it not easy for each other. They're leading by. I couldn't say how much they're leading by because there's something in the way of their two positions. But they're leading by quite a bit, and it's quite
a fair distance.
Yeah, so that they can afford to fight each other. They can afford to get argy-bargy with each other. As one of the GT cars go through, I believe that was a Neon City.
Yeah, Neon passing through now. I mean, knowing Cloud... Oh, Cloud! Wait, what the hell?
They both get a power slide on.
Yeah, James both as well. Knowing both these two, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up crashing. It's something they do. I've seen them do it before in other leagues, so, you know, we'll have to wait and see. But I imagine they'll keep it clean, so, yeah.
I mean, their closest rivals are nowhere to be seen. They can afford to possibly take each other out, lose what? This is about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. They have leading the GT category. James around the inside of Cloud. Yeah, this is a real lead they've got going on here, and you start to wonder if GT is really a competition.
Oh, wheel to wheel now, actually. James to the inside. I think he's got the move on.
Can you reset to fix the lag on the cameras?
Can I reset to fix a lit?
It's lagging bad.
What?
On the stream.
It's not lagging.
Cloud and James.
Yeah, it's...
Hello, Hank. Oh, they've hit each other. Oh, Cloud and James have crashed. They've crashed.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I told you.
Indo gaat scannen to this. Indo gaat
Indo! Whoa!
He's almost there.
Oh yeah, Indo is
He's
catching.
having a lot of problems.
Indo catching.
He's gone very, very wide there. Indo's catching rapidly now, actually.
Maybe Fish is feeling the pressure from Indo, his closest championship rival. Once again, as I said, they had a collision last weekend. Maybe they could have a collision this weekend. It's almost reminiscent of 2021 Lewis Hamilton versus Max Verstappen up in this gaff. As you can see, the gap is very, very close.
And James and Cloud still with each other. Oh, Cloud's got an awful exit. Hold on.
He's caught! He's caught! That is less than a second! He's caught! He's within a second of Fish.
Yeah, here we go. The battle for the lead now.
Yeah, this is
We have been waiting for it.
We've been waiting 23 laps for these two to come together again on the racetrack, and they do now. The gap is 6/10. Indo has found a second that lap. Was that possibly the fastest lap? No, it wasn't. But Thish might be looking at possibly making a... I would say, if I was Thish, pit now. Don't give Indo the slipstream.
Yeah, it's pretty smart, I think, to do. I mean, he's getting it anyway now, down the straight. He's gained so much on the last lap. I don't know where this pace from Indo's come from. He's gaining all the way down the straight. He's going to be there. He's going to be there at some point at the end of this lap, I think.
Yeah, they could make
possibly down the hangar straight. Could have a run if he can stay close enough.
Into Cops. Yes, I could see something happening down here into Cops as they're coming into Woodcote now. Indo loses the rear end and he touches the wall.
Oh my god, Indo pushing hard clearly. He's got traffic here from IB.
That's going to give him slipstream though.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to clear him through here, so
that is
Indo's dropped back because of that mistake. So thought there might have been a run for Indo on the hangar straight, but he's too far back now.
Yep, as this GT car needs to get out of the way. Well, it doesn't need to, but he'd want to get out of the way to stop some dramas from the lead of the for the lead of the race. As Ibuprofen, that is. just staying in the middle of the track, letting Indo choose which side he wants to go around. He goes down the inside. And the gap is now over a second, I'd say, but with the slipstream is now really strong for these two. As the servers are unlocked if you want to join. You have joined, yeah?
I don't know.
Indo had a monster of an exit there, actually. Holy.
Yes, he's caught a 10th, actually. Even with that mistake, he's caught a 10th to Thiesh that lap. And I start to wonder if he could just get past on pure pace alone and not have to force Thiesh off the track.
He's definitely the faster of the two right now. GT car's gone off with them just there, ignoring him. But Indo dropping back there, so he's clearly got the pace, but he keeps making mistakes. So for now, he's not quite in a position with these mistakes.
Yes, but this race, even with these mistakes, he did catch a 10th that lap, and without the mistake, I believe he would be ahead right now. But you know,
he's dropped back though. He was so much closer before. I don't know what's happening here. He's clearly got the pace, but he just keeps dropping back. So
all these if buts and maybes. Indo does get the better exit out of Cup's corner into Maggots and Beckett's. Then Maggots comes up thick and fast. You need to keep your foot pinned here, and then you hit the brakes coming into Maggots. It's all about who could get the better exit into here. Indo runs a little bit wider, but that's going to give him the better exit in the slipstream. It's going to be the overtake for the lead of the race. Going into Stowe. Indo takes the outside line. Thiesh covers off the outside. As he's not going to try it down the inside. He knows if he's going to try the inside line. Coming out of Stowe. He leads the race as Thiesh comes into the pit lane, as I said.
Probably the smartest thing from Thiesh there. I mean, the whole thing started when he went wide at the exit of Cops, hit the CC, gave Indo huge momentum coming through there, through Maggots and Beckett's, and but it was clear that Indo had the superior pace, and so smarter for Thiesh to box there, definitely. Try and get some fresher tyres and get an undercut going, so sensible from him, good move from Indo, and let's see where this pans out later on.
Yep, as interestingly, James Rigby has gotten past Cloud again in the GT race. I couldn't tell you what's happening here. It's all just a bit it's a bit random going on here, as they do overtake another GT car.
Cloud and James just swapping positions again, sticking with each other. I mean, as expected. Oh God, what's James doing? Never mind.
As in Ibuprofen comes out the pit lane now. It stays ahead of Warlock by quite a distance. I don't know if Warlock pitted. I couldn't tell you who pitted in the GT category. Not been paying too much attention with this. Right, do we reckon Indo pits this lap, or is he going to stay out, maybe try and go for that one stop? As I believe we've got... I don't know how long the time has been going on for. I might ask Vision in a minute. But Indo, he's going to have to pit this lap. He's struggling for grip, but he stays out.
I was going to say, I think we've seen from that first stint, he's definitely got superior tyre wear. So if he can drag this on longer, it's going to be very, very beneficial for him at the end of the race. So while he may lose time now, he should reap the benefits right at the very end. So we'll see how that pans out for him.
Yep.
I think Industrial is trying a lot with the tires, going a bit wide in some corners, even cutting sometimes, which is losing him a lot of time, and I feel like T's got the undercut done already. Now it's gonna see, it's about how much Indo extends the tires.
Yeah, exactly.
So
James and Cloud still scrapping. Actually could have a run here, James on Cloud, down the Wellington straight.
Yep. Before the race, Cloud did say that it was a bit of a scripted fight last weekend. They're just having a little bit of fun, and I expect that this fun might cost them possibly a team's championship if they end up taking each other out too many times. And they've managed to keep it clean against each other. James down the inside, Cloud, and keeps it relatively clean. As you've got, I believe that might be Thiesh coming up to lap him, or Exotic. It's Thiesh coming up to lap him.
Oh, they're both so off. What on earth? They both went sliding off the track at Cops. It's like an ice rink down there for them two.
Yep, Thiesh right on their tails now. I don't know if they're going to make it easy for Thiesh to just get past, but these two fighting, they're not going to make it easy for anyone.
No, they've got other way. They've got other way for him. So Thieges will come through. These two will keep fighting. Cloud's actually got a run on Jam here. James. Oh, drifting through the corner. He spun.
Oh, James!
Spun it. He's held it. Okay.
And
It
Cloud,
wasn't a full
I
spin.
believe Cloud is just slowing up there, just to keep it interesting. This is what I said. They definitely did that last weekend. I definitely remember them slowing up to just let each other race. It keeps the race going fun because obviously if you don't want to be lapping the same track for the next hour and a half getting lapped. You'd want to have a fight. It's going to make it more interesting for them to, so they keep the race going. But at the same time, it does also pass time, and it does kind of speed you up because you get tunnel vision on your teammate. You start learning where your teammate goes, and then all of a sudden you just end up somehow dragging each other along. And it's quite interesting how that happens. And the mind of a racer is something interesting.
I mean, they have got a significant lead to IB, and I mean, we've seen them crash already twice, but it's not really affecting them. So they're keeping good pace. They can afford to crash if they want to, and keep some entertainment for us. So yeah.
Indeed, it is entertaining for everyone involved. Because if they end up crashing out too much, then if they crash out too much, then someone could go on to take the lead. As the leaderboard does need to be reset here.
Oh,
as I can't really see
Indo!
what's
Oh,
happening.
winner's out!
Indo!
Oh, command to save it.
Surely he picks.
You'd have
No,
to
No,
pit that.
he stays out.
He's sliding. That was a massive step, and I mean, I'm not quite sure why he's not pitting. He's clearly shot his tires.
Thish
Oh,
is
has he?
7 seconds behind now. Thish has managed to find so much time.
Surely
Hang
Indo's
on.
boxed.
Thish is Indo's boxed. He's behind Thish now.
I'm gonna say surely he must have. And even with the new tires, still struggling there. So maybe that's just the corner, as we've seen other people sliding there before. But yeah, so Viz's got what 3 seconds, 2.5.
Yeah, it looks about 3 seconds. Indo's done it before. He's definitely going to do it again.
Yeah, a bit of a breathing room for now. Just can control the pace and see how long it takes Indo to catch him. And going back to Cloud and James, they're wheel to wheel, banging wheels as well. And these two, I mean, they're pretty much side by side whenever I cut onto them. I mean, this could be a season-long battle between the two of them. Obviously, they do seem to be doing it on purpose, but not complaining, as Jam has fallen back a bit. But
Yeah, it does get to a point.
Where's Cloud gone? Okay.
Does get to a point where it comes to the end of the championship. They would be 2 points separated. It'd be quite fun, and then at that point, do they stop fighting each other like this, and do they just focus on their championship, or do they keep fighting like this and just say, whoever wins it, wins it?
Hopefully, for our sake and the viewers' sakes, they just keep on scrapping it and yeah, bring it down to the final race, preferably. It'll be exciting.
As Thish now goes on to take the lead, I believe Kanye Mellon is in the pit lane. Yes, he is. Indo 2.4 behind, so the gap is the same as what it was about 5 laps ago. And Indo, I'm expecting him to do it all over again, close the gap, take the lead, and possibly pull away.
Yeah, you'd imagine when that tyre delta comes back to him, of course he stayed out for like 2-3 more laps. We'll see that pace drop off for Thieges, and then Indo will close back in and see everything happen all over again. So got that to wait for, and could be an exciting battle at the end if it does repeat.
Let's listen to the BMW team. Actually, let's go into the team radio with Indo. Let's listen to what's happening there.
I don't know why. The only reason why they won't get banned for it is because they're fucking brothers. It's because they're brothers, so they could go into each other's PC.
Yeah, Exotic is
my
absolutely walking me.
That was so good, but
Oh, don't worry, I'm already starting to catch Exotic. I'm catching him.
Don't worry, if he catches up to me, then he'll have quite a hard time.
As you heard there, they Dev has been reported for something. Kanye's catching Exotic, but I don't know what he means by he's catching Exotic, because he's ahead of Exotic on the track. And Kanye did pit, yes, I forgot about that. So on the fresher tyres, Kanye might be able to get past Exotic maybe within the next, yes, that looks like the next 2 laps, as he's 20 seconds off the lead. The gap for the lead hasn't changed too much, which is quite
increased actually. Increased by 1.7 last. So I don't know. Maybe Indo had a mistake, a moment which has cost.
Yeah, I think it was the incident. That's why he reported him probably.
Yes, he got held up.
Incident.
Just back on Kanye for a second. He's just had an outrageous exit. He's gaining so much time on Exotic right now. Even this lap, we could see him be just there with Exotic, so that's a possibility. And we got some back markers. Dev and DJ.
Oh, they get close. That was close there between the
Kanye
two
closed them, and he is right there with Exotic. Unified just up the road as well, you can see in the distance. So these 3 could come together soon. 3-way battle, maybe, for P3, final spot on the podium.
Yes, remember a few laps, well, about 20 laps ago, Jen Lofi was fighting for that P3 slot, and once again is off of out of contention for the podium. If I was Jen Lofi, I'd be kicking myself for that happening.
Now, hold on, Kanye, we had a good run. The Exotic slid through Maggots and Buckets, and then Kanye could not get the exit. He looked to have been there, but just couldn't get the exit after Exotic slid. And he's right there now, though, right under his gearbox. And soon we'll expect a move from Kanye. So,
yes, Kanye.
He's clearly got the pace.
But Kanye and Exotic did have a collision a few laps ago. Kanye not known to be the cleanest racer this weekend, and I think there could be a collision coming into turn 3. Exotic has pulled away a little bit there.
Exotic not pressuring Unified. They're closer to each other than Kanye is to Exotic.
Unified gets out of the way.
Contact between them pushes Unified through. Now Kanye, can he benefit from this? Not quite. They're line astern here. Exotic, can he do anything?
Kanye to the inside of they get close. They boxed in Kanye West. Kanye West. Kanye Mellon.
Oh, Unified to the inside now. This is interesting as Unified's going to pick up the slipstream now. Could they be wheel to wheel going into cops?
Well, Unified is ahead on my screen. I don't know if that's the case on your screen.
No, not on my screen.
Let me rejoin.
Yeah, it's behind on my screen too.
Okay. Yeah, on my screen, Exotic is ahead right now. Although now Unified's inside of him.
Yep, so for me now, it is yes, line astern. Kanye, Exotic, Unified, and Kanye all about 5/10 apart from each other. Kanye gets a better exit coming out of Stowe into Vale. Exotic off the track, and he's into the pit lane.
Oh, Unified's pit.
It's Unified's in. I think that's his second stop of the race. It's
Is that what Unified? Yeah, Unified is in the pits, of course, but Exotic continues then with Kanye. So I mean, Exotic's not going to have any kind of slip or help anymore. So it's all Kanye's now on the fresher compound. So I'd imagine this would happen sooner rather than later. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah.
Yep.
Although Kanye has dropped back ever so slightly, so he's gonna have to gain a little bit before we see anything between them. Speaking of that,
Indo and Fish have Fish has pulled away from Indo, and I think I saw this last race where the second stint Fish was incredible on that second stint and just pulled away, and Indo is struggling on his second stint. He's not closing as much, so I think that Indo on fresher tyres, Fish on fresher tyres is faster than Indo, but on older tyres Indo's quicker than Fish, which if Indo I've just seen the sign Indo is washed. If there's anything to go off, then the end of the race Indo could possibly catch.
Oh, Kanye man lost a real bit. He lost a bit of time there, almost 1 hour. Yeah, I think he lost his now.
Yeah, on that note, Kanye, he does seem to be struggling a bit now. I mean, maybe he's over-pushed the tyres too much, trying to overtake Exotic and Unified after coming out the pits, and he slid out the exit there. Kanye does seem to be struggling.
pushing way too much, maybe. Overheating those tires. Trying to catch up to him, and now losing all the time he's won on not exotic. He's gonna have to make it back up now. Gonna be a bit hard because the race is ending. Not much laps left now. So yeah, let's see.
Indo is certainly getting dropped by Thejas, 6/10 on the last lap, so hasn't kept up that pace from the first in, so it doesn't look like we're going to have a showdown between them at the end.
Yeah, I mean, Tees, as I said, he's really good at maintaining laps. I don't know what happened to Tees in the first tent. He lost way too much time, more than I expected, but looks like Tees managed to recover now from that, I would say, mediocre first tent. And now, yeah, keeping up with a good pace with Indo, not allowing him to catch up, and even stepping the gap a bit to keep that lead of the race.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am back.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Kanye, gap to Kanye and Exotic has closed once again, as I'm going to need the leaderboard fixed.
Indo gains 3/10 on the last lap. Of course, we did see Thejas make a mistake, so that'll explain that. And he is having to overtake a GC car right now, which isn't really helping his case, but he clears him easily, so out of the way for him. And he can continue pushing, see if he can close the gap further. Kanye's what, 9/10 behind. Good heat up.
Yeah, catching up again. Spending all the time.
Exotic has Troj.
Well, they've got Quag in the way. Troyes, Quag in the way. Exotic gets past him. In fact, Quag's gone into the CCs to let him through.
Yeah.
So,
He's
Kanye.
crossing the apex.
He's definitely held up Kanye there a bit. Kanye won't be very happy with him because definitely cost him time. So, see if there's any complaints about that after the race. But
I think it's just normal, not anything out of the ordinary.
yeah,
It's
fair enough.
he can do that. You know, like not optimal, but yeah, it's not illegal to do that.
James and Cloud have built a gap against each other, so James leads the GT category. Let's listen to what they're saying in the BMW team radio. We'll be back.
People, how is that just why?
15,
It's when people cross line.
17, 18, 19 seconds, mate.
It's like 20. That's fine.
It's his fault, innit? He should, like, if he wants to win, then like go faster.
it's Caster. No
Yeah,
way.
but it's not parked on track, so I can't see it.
Caster, you need to walk onto the track for it to become a safety car.
No, the car.
They are looking at giving themselves a safety car. I believe they might try and rig one, as I think I heard that there.
Yeah.
They might try and rig a safety car.
James versus
I
Cloud.
think-
They've Cloud's caught up. I think James slowed down. There's 20-second difference between James
there's a
and his
car there.
nearest. James hits the car. A safety car's been called,
Jesus.
ladies and gentlemen. When I said they tried to rig a safety car, there is the safety car. Indo is now able to close up to Theaj. Exotic, Kanye, Genlofi, Neon, and Unified are all brought back into this fight for the lead. And all of a sudden, the race in the LMDH has been turned on its head.
Well, that's unexpected. Well, it was just Dev parked on the apex. James crashed into him, and so, well, I say it's a justified safety car, really. Parked on the apex, a very dangerous position, as we saw with James, who went straight into him, head-on collision between them two. So, yeah, this makes the end of the race. Oh,
safety car.
No safety car.
No safety car has been called off.
That's not very good
What is this?
organization, but okay. I mean, what?
So
Dev's
anyone who went on
Yeah, pacing.
pacing and anyone who didn't have just lost
Yeah,
loads.
Cloud did it. Yeah, I mean, Cloud did it, but I think Rigby slowed down too. But
The car, I think
But
the
no.
car's still there. Apparently, people are saying
The
they're
car
crashing
has
into
now
it.
been moved off the racing
Okay.
line.
Oh,
That's
that's
just for
really...
chaos, indecision from
Oh,
the
safety car now. What?
And the safety car. What?
What on
What
earth
is
is
going
happening?
on?
What?
As a safety car has been
First,
called.
the safety car gets called out, then it gets recalled, and then it gets called out again. I think it might stand this time. What on earth is happening? I don't know what the stewards are up to today.
Let's. Indo's not happy. I'm gonna move to his team radio real quick.
Pit, we can't pit.
Yeah, someone pitted. So I'm saying that's a penalty.
But I can't like that. That has to be a race, man. I can't even lie to you.
It has to be a race map though, but
No,
I still need it to
Because
be
the thing is, he said mechanical issue, and his car's parked sideways on the track. Like, it's really. Oh, Exotic's just been taken out by the fucking. Dev's running across the track now. Nice. That's weird. Bro, this guy just got. This guy just spun.
Stop oil. Just stop oil. Just stop oil.
This guy's just.
Then what is going on?
Issue here.
Why is
There,
it
no
green
one
again?
is happy.
Why is it green again?
Safety car's waiting for the leaders apparently though.
Well,
What is
Safety
it
car
green?
is on track.
He's gone past the safety car.
What is going on?
What's the safety car doing? This is a bit chaotic. We should have some laps of racing. This does almost seem rigged. Dev just parking it on the apex with an engine failure, didn't pull off to a safer area, and just parked it on the apex. And well, the safety car indecision called it out, cancelled it, and then called it out again. So whatever's happened, it's been a bit silly. Okay, we're gonna have an interesting end to the race, but it all seems a bit rigged, to say the least. But yeah.
Yeah, people are saying to end it on the yellow, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
We're not gonna see an
we
end
still
on
have
the
some...
yellow. We've been live
Yeah.
for.
What then?
We've been live for.
What is this?
What is
since the
happening?
race? It's been an hour, so we've
Bro.
still got 30 minutes left of racing. No, 50 minutes left of
Exotic.
racing.
I don't know what on earth Exotic is doing. He's clearly behind Melon on the timing screen, but he's trying to stay ahead of him on track.
Yeah. Oh, they're colliding. Yeah, these guys are not probably alone.
So, well, Exotic, if he doesn't hand the position to Kanye here, that might.
Yeah. And now Neon is trying to get pop smacks. What? Oh man, this is way too confusing. What is going on, bro?
Has something happened that I've missed? Why is Exotic ahead of Kanye?
No idea.
I think there was a bit of a kerfuffle under the safety car. Sort of, they had a. I don't know what's happening here. As the safety car might get called in this lap, I believe he's gonna change everybody's laps. As everybody is now in an order. What is happening?
Nobody.
Is he going in or not?
I don't think so. It would have
Why
said
is the safety car going so slow down the straight?
The drivers can ask for it to speed up if they want to, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening. None of you know what's happening. Nobody, in fact, knows what's happening. So, yeah, I don't know. People are saying it's Caster on Dev's account. I mean,
Oh, what's
Safety car's in. Why has it been called so late?
What is going on?
oh, so safety car's in. Beach controls the pace, I believe. Oh no, they're just going from line. Okay.
Yep, so they're gonna start from the line.
Well, Exotic's P2 on my screen now. What on earth is happening?
So Indo versus Thij. This fight could get interesting. However, the fact the field's so close means that collisions are off. Indo is pretty much harrying Thij along as they go. Then Thij is gonna go. We're back racing again. Indo Exotic gonna try and play the teammate role. They're off.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Three of them.
Oh my
Who's
god!
that? Is that Unified? Yeah, Unified. He's dead last.
Unified's right at the back, ladies and gentlemen.
He's
There's
pressing
another
the
running
Neon
wide.
City.
Is that Neon City off? Neon City
Yeah,
runs
that's
by.
Neon.
GT's having a fight, having a scrap further back. As Fish loses out 3 places. Exotic gets ahead. Indo leads, ladies and gentlemen. Indo once again leads the race.
I mean, on my
Oh
screen,
my God.
he's still winning, so I don't know what kind of vision lag is happening.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see at the end of the lap who's really leading.
I see T is leading. I see
And
T is
now,
leading.
now on my screen, Indo's leading. So I think Indo must have
For me,
taken
it's
the
T
lead.
is. For me, it's T is for some reason.
Oh,
We've
so
got it all
close.
different. Okay, we're gonna have to wait.
Thiesh
We're
is
gonna
now
have to wait till the
leading
end of
by
the lap.
quite a bit now. Indo has dropped back. Thiesh once again doing
yeah,
what he does
Indo
best
is
and just
good.
pulling away, ignoring what's happening further back. Indo looks to try and get past Exotic. It's all happening now, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to have a look at Unified, who needs to try and get his way past the GT category, who's fighting real close to each other, as Neon City also gets ahead. That's all the LMDH cars past the GT cars, and all of a sudden it gets exciting.
The vision lag between us is mental. I just want to point out because on my screen, Indo was second, and now he's with the. Oh my God, what is happening? It's so laggy for me.
Thiesh leads the way.
That
I
was on
think
10
I've
FPS
got the
on this
least
one.
ping, so I think what's happening for me is what's happening on screen. So Indo versus Thiesh. The gap is 0.2 of a second with Exotic, Kanye, Patrono fighting for P5. Patrono was pretty much dead last in the LMDH
Oh,
category. It's
he's
gone up to
back from
P5.
Kanye.
Oh, Kanye, he went for it then.
Yep.
Oh, on the switch.
my-
Like, hold on. I think Kanye's got him.
Kanye
wait, really?
has got him.
Oh,
He's
no, never mind. Exotic with a better exit. Much better exit from Exotic for me, anyway.
Yeah. Sorry, because I've
Thiesh versus Indo still. Oh my lord, guys.
I mean, on my screen, Indo and literally inside of each other.
they're inside each other.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
We had a web of the same. They're inside of each other, man. Oh no, okay, this just pulled away a bit. Oh, Indo. Yeah, they're awful cops. Exotic is right on him now. Hold on. Indo had an awful. Okay, now they're inside of each other, and now. What the hell?
GG Sahel.
I think. No, I think Indo's just about to say the head.
Indo's
And
looking to
now-
the inside of Stowe, ladies and gentlemen.
Exotic. I have no idea.
Indo doesn't get the move done. It's all about the exit now. Exotic gets a decent exit. They are all within 0.5 of each other. So Indo possibly keeps the gap the same, coming out of Vale into clubs. It's very, very interesting. It's very, very exciting what's happening here. So the gap stays exactly the same. Exotic loses out by 5
I'm gonna say
tenths to
Exotic
Indo.
and Kanye. Kanye's going to go for it here, surely. Around the outside, Kanye, at the first hairpin, Exotic ushers him a bit wide, but Kanye's got the inside line here, pushed by Exotic, but Kanye has got the move up into P3. Or has he? Exotic, what an exit from Exotic. Holy. Now wheel to wheel, and Exotic, he's pulled away. Okay, Exotic holds P3 for now.
Round the
Or does
outside
he?
of Brooklands
Kanye.
goes Kanye. Kanye down the
Oh.
inside of Luffield, possibly no. Exotic
No.
manages to close the door.
Oh,
Kanye
Kanye
onto the gravel.
Okay, Exotic holds it. That was a fair attempt by Kanye. Great racing between the two of them, but Exotic just about holds on.
Indo's complaining about lag. They are leading now by over 2 seconds, these two. And once again, the fight is between Indo and Fish. Maybe they could keep it clean. Maybe there'll be a collision, but I think Indo has got PTSD from last season and is going to try and not be too aggressive with Fish, because he knows what Fish is like. Horse racing, a bit unpredictable as into Stowe. It's all about who can get the better exit, as Indo does get the better exit running into Vale, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the race starts getting interesting. We've got about 25 minutes, I'd say, left of racing. I need to confirm that.
Indo's best opportunity at some point through this race could honestly be on the exit of Stowe, because he gets really, really good exits there on every single lap. So if he's close enough, he could have a go at the next corner.
Indo
after
has
Stowe,
got
so.
3 laps to make this move stick and pull away. I think what he's doing is waiting until the last minute as, who's that? Exotic and Kanye having another little ding-dong battle going over there, but Exotic stays ahead. This is the fight that we want to be watching, ladies and gentlemen, the fight for the lead. Indo is definitely waiting back to try and pounce, try and lunge a move. on the final
I
lap,
mean,
so Thiersch doesn't get slipstream.
I think Indo almost dropped back a bit there. Indo with a better exit there though, so we'll hold on, see if he does make that last minute move, and I don't think he's really planning to make a move in the coming laps. In the next like 1 or 2 laps, we'll see if he does on the final lap. But yeah,
James
Kanye
versus
and
James down the inside of Cloud going into Brooklands, around the outside of Luffield, and again gliding with vision lag. Not really what we want to see, but that's what happens when you have too many people racing. And I fear that Roblox Racing might be cooked, ladies and gentlemen.
Seems that way. GG. Rest in peace with Roblox Racing. Exotic, hold on, around the outside. Oh, he's hit a bump! Oh, held it. That was a very, very nice hold by Exotic. I thought he was going round then. Well held. Kanye, he is up into P3 though, and he's going to look to try and pull away from Exotic. In fact, can he possibly gain on the 2 ahead?
I would say no. He'd need to find about a second a lap. It's not impossible.
I mean, we've seen his pace in Formula Leagues. Can he replicate it in endurance? We've not seen it yet. But oh, Exotic! He went for that. He clipped the rear. Lucky actually, Kanye didn't spin round because that was a very, very late send. And yeah, I don't really see these two catching if they're going to keep
These 4 have gained 10 seconds to the rest of the field. That is how much on a different level the top 4 are. As Indo versus Thiersch still staying roughly within 5/10 of each other. It's not interesting at the moment, but it could get interesting on the final lap of the race between these two. As I said, I think Indo's holding back from slipstream to stop Thiersch from getting slipstream on the final lap and overtaking. This is all about now seeing which one of you can, which one of these two can stay behind.
I'm gonna say Indo. He was right on his gearbox before. He's had the opportunities to go for it, but he's not taken it yet. So yeah, that's the only explanation.
Kanye versus Exotic. They touch going into Stowe.
Oh,
Exotic round the outside gets past Kanye Mellon. Kanye Mellon now loses P3 once again. As I would say that was a bit of a disgraceful move there. Not very clean from Exotic, but what more can you do? As Kanye Mellon gets the better exit.
Interesting that Exotic seems to be the one who made the move, and then Kanye apologizes. Is that how bad the vision lag is, even for the drivers? I mean, it could be, because it definitely seemed like Exotic was the one who made the erratic move, and then Kanye is the one who apologizes. So God knows what's happening between them two, but.
Gen Lofi dead last in the LMDH category. First Gen Lofi, it's a race to forget really. You started P3, qualifying merchant by the looks of things, and all of a sudden you're now dead last, and at that point I'd stop racing.
I just want to point out, before we come back to the battle at the leads, if James and Cloud crash into each other again, he's just hanging off the back. He is there, and he's waiting to pick up the scraps. So if James and Cloud have a monumental accident, he's waiting, and he's got an opportunity.
Everybody's on the penultimate lap. It's all about to get a bit heated between absolutely everybody. As
oh, Indo, hold on, he's definitely got a decent run through there. Not the exit he wants though, but slipstream. He is coming at him now.
Remember
he's
what
just
I
complaining
said.
about lag.
Final lap of this race is coming up. After this, after these 4 corners, going into Stowe, Fish runs wide.
Oh.
Fish, oh, Indo though, you can see him slow down there. He knows he needs that P2 slot. He knows he wants that P2.
Definitely the sensible decision from Indo there as we come onto the final lap. Indo's got a crazy exit. Jesus.
It's Indo versus Thiersch for the lead of the race. Going into turn 3 then. I'm not expecting any moves here. Maybe Indo might strategically move off the racing line. Thiersch moves strategically off the racing line, let Indo through. But he's not going to do that. I'd say after Maggots and Beckett's going into Stowe, Indo's going to go for the lead of the race. And Thiersch would know this. Thiersch knows this is going to happen. He's going to defend like no tomorrow. At the moment, he's just trying to keep his tyres nice and cool in the right window. Try and just pull away as much as he can at the moment. But at the moment, he's not allowing it. Indo's not allowing that to happen, as the gap is 0.2 of a second, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it starts getting exciting for the race.
Yeah, only a few more corners to go. We've got what, half a lap pretty much for these two to decide who wins the race, and it's close. It's very close. And while coming through Maggots and Beckett's now, this is where we've spoken. Indo needs to have a good exit here, and then he's got that run into Stowe. Has he got the exit he needs? No! He's flank slapper on the rear. That is not what he needed. He's surely too far back.
An hour and a half of racing has led to this moment. Indo versus Thish. Thish looks like he's going to be able to take it home once again to win back-to-back here in IREC. Indo's not going to have enough. Running into Vale then. Thish rounds the final corner of Club. He wins in Silverstone, ladies and gentlemen. It is done. The fight for the lead comes down to Thish winning. Indo P2. 5 tenths behind. Exotic versus Kanye. What's going to happen here? Kanye beats him.
Kanye just got him there. I was watching it as you were watching them over the line. Kanye, through the final 2 corners, just pipped Exotic with a very nice move there to pick up the podium.
James versus Cloud. James versus Cloud. It's all getting hairy into Beckett. Cloud loses it. Cloud's off!
Where's Cloud going? You gotta say that was intentional.
Cloud, mate, the track's not that way. It's ahead of you.
This guy just held D and just prayed. He knew what he was doing, just giving James the win. Oh, what a silly guy.
Gonna have a look at that one after the race because I don't know where Buddy was going. Ibuprofen on the podium.
Well, there you go. James pretty much handed the win because of that, and he's stopping. Hold on, James is slowing down. Is he? No, he just somehow goes over.
Ibuprofen, Pete.
Over the line. IB picks up a nice podium for himself, and well, I mean, coming back to Indo, he had the first set of maggots really hooked up. But then just out of Beckett's, the rear slid, and that just threw any chance of victory away for him.
Wow, that was quite the final few laps there. Thish has managed to keep himself in the lead and absolute dominant display in the championship. I don't know what the standings are, but you know what? We're going to have an interview there, and I want to see what has happened. I want to see what they all think about that race there.
That was a crazy race, honestly. At the very end.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't know what is happening with the safety car. People are not happy.
Yeah, I think that safety car is going to be a topic that's talked over a lot.
As just said in the race director panel, shit show. The race was horrible. Timing system caused lag. There was definitely a lot to talk about in that race. As I want to see if I can get Fish or Indo into the into interviews, as well as maybe Kanye, but I think Kanye's just given up.
Are there interviews for GT drivers?
Yeah, we can do.
I was going to say, maybe you can cover the LMDH and I can cover GT.
Okay. I don't think we're doing a podium now. I think Vision has left. Yes, he has. So I think that is it for the race. So ladies and gentlemen, that is 1.5 hours of Silverstone, led all up to this moment, and you start to wonder what was what happened that race. There's a announcement. Thanks for enduring that shit show. Cloud set it up. Yeah, so they are sorry for the lag, and they're gonna try and do it better next season.
No. I mean, yeah, Cloud set it up, but you're the one who called the safety car. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say big thank you to everybody who watched the stream. Yeah, it was an interesting one. Bit of a... I couldn't tell you what happened. But yeah, we'll see you guys next weekend for... I couldn't tell you what race. For Sebring, an hour 30 minutes as well. And then we've got Nürburgring for round 5, Le Mans for round 6, Assen for round 7, Zolder for round 8, and then Qatar we finish it off as round 9, which is an hour. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next weekend. Goodbye.